I agree entirely, but one of the things that happens with inspect and adapt is that it's often one of the hardest things for people to do because it involves a growth mindset and it involves facing up to the fact that you're not perfect and you've made mistakes. And it involves revealing these mistakes to your peers and in this team, right? So what's going on here is that you need to have a safe environment where that actually works and where we're a team and we trust each other and we're all working towards building the best outcome. And the fact that you're not very good at planning is just part of what's going on here. And now we got to help you become better at planning and you've got to face up to that, right? And this has been on a personal level really hard for me, even as an individual. Like it's really hard to go through that process of like realizing the things that I'm not good at and facing up to them and being open about them with my wife or with my business partners, with various people that I work with, to figure out how do I improve that or how do I avoid that? How do we, as an organization, account for the fact that I'm not very good at certain things and that I am good at other things, you know? And so as a group, as a team, if you have an executive team, there's often people, especially at the executive level, have had a history of success. That's how they got there. And so in some ways, many of them are not used to failure and they're not used to dealing with that. They're not used to not succeeding. They're not used to not being perfect and being told you're doing a great job because that's what's happened in my career. That's how I became CFO or whatever I am. Right. And so that's the thing that you need to then sort of help people get to the point of like, it doesn't matter. Let's focus on the actual work and the reality and how do we go better and how do we improve. And so this discipline is a really important discipline, but it does require as a fundamental, as a foundation, this level of trust and care for each other as humans in this organization. Because if you're ever in a situation where you think you're going to get lambasted by a colleague or a manager or someone for not succeeding at doing something particular, then what happens is you hide that failure or you hide that problem. And now we don't deal with that problem. And now we have that problem growing bigger and bigger and we're not getting better and we can't learn. So it's you have to have this cultural thing is really interesting. I found it's one of those soft skills or soft topics of psychological safety and all that sort of topic. But what's really going on here is like, how do I make sure that we're in a place where you can fail and we can help you and you'll be proactive about being helped.